So, okay, let's take a look at Project ECCO. This game was a Zine month game for 2022, and I was zine funding at the same time on Crowdfunder with Project ECCO. And I ended up backing it because it is... So we were both crowdfunding at the same time. I backed this because the premise is like you're time traveling and you're using a planner, like real life planner, to do that. I have a lot of planners that I only fill in the first month or two of, and then they just sit. So I immediately gravitated towards this for that reason. I just think it's a very unique premise, and I have not had the chance to look over it yet. It is a game by Elliot Davis. I think the graphic design is really good. I know Brian, I can't remember his last name, did the graphic design. I'm trying to read chat and talk at the same time, and I'm incapable. If you turn off the audio and video, you should be all set. Yeah. Time marches on. Well, at least it used to. You work for the mysterious organization known only as the Agency, tasked with tracking a time-consuming entity throughout an entire year. Project ECCO is a game of time traveling and cosmic horror, a solo journaling game with a twist. Time travel across the pages of a planner, writing in and marking up the dates based on the prompts as you go, ultimately creating an artifact of your travels through time. In the end, will you destroy the entity? Do you dare question the agency? Can you find yourself? So very cool. I also love the use of the agency here, as the agency also appears in the sticker game. So one of my goals when I'm not busy is to reach out to Elliot and be like, let's do a sticker game, Project ECCO agency crossover situation, something really easily. Hey, Aaron. Yes, Brian Flaherty did layout. Will Yopes did editing. Sam Lee did a section in here as well. So anybody else? No. But yes. And I've had the pleasure of meeting Brian and Elliot. Absolute pleasure to chat with them. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to help with the authoritative mind. Welcome in to my stream. Feel free to introduce yourself and say hello. We are currently looking at Project ECCO, a solo journaling game that uses a planner. For anyone who feels like they are running out of time, that is what this page says. Also, the back has these really cool character sheet like bookmarks that are kind of like glue dotted in. I'm really curious if they did that individually. I'm taking them out. I'm being brave. Oh, I got it out. Like if Elliot did it, like if... I used to work at a marketing agency, and when it came to stuff like this, we had to do it all ourselves. So I'm wondering if those were hand put in there or if some sort of machine did it. Okay, let's get to look. Special thanks. I'm in here. I'm right there. Right below Caleb, who wrote Triangle Agency. If you don't know Triangle Agency. So there's a lot of cool people in here. This game is for sale at IPR, or Indie Press Revolution. I did see the physical edition was in stock there right before I started streaming. Let's just take a look. Wednesday, Agent, time marches on. Well, at least it used to. I won't beat around the bush. Time itself is in trouble. Our timeline is under attack. Time is being eaten by an entity that we've dubbed ECCO, entity of chronological consumption and obfuscation. The entity has already consumed several years in their entirety. This is one of the only years left. We need you to track down ECCO, destroy and help us stabilize the timeline. Given the stakes of this mission, time protocol is temporarily up to your discretion. Do not abuse this privilege. With this letter, we have included some tools for your mission. In this package, you will find a watch, an agent field planner, and some era-appropriate currency. After this first jump, you'll mostly be on your own. We'll send what help we can. Good luck. Tempus Eternibus. Valentine. Director 0214, the agency. P.S. Don't forget your coin. Introduction. Project ECCO is a solo role-playing game. Project ECCO is a solo role-playing game in which you'll play as an agent on a mission to track, understand, and destroy an entity of chronological conception and obfuscation. ECCO, as named by the agency, but agents have come to refer to it as simply the entity. In this game, you will Travel through time across the dates of a single year and produce in pursuit of this being, discovering more about yourself and your employer along the way. This is a solo role-playing game with a twist. Rather than writing in the lines of a journal, all of your entries are recorded on the dates of a planner as you catalog your travels across time. In this game, you'll turn this planner into a record of your journey through time and an artifact of your struggle against ECCO, with days cataloging your experience and those destroyed by the entity in equal measure. Oh boy, here I go buying again. It's a great excuse to buy a planner, 100%. Your journey may diverge, loop back on itself, and at times cause great contradictions. Time is kind to no one. A single session of Project ECCO might take 1 to 2 hours, while a complete playthrough takes 3 to 5 sessions. Your journey will end after 6 encounters, either with the entity or the agency as detailed further in the in-game section on page 13. A note on journaling. In a journaling game, how and how much you want to write is up to you. You may choose to write from the perspective of your character or as a third-party narrator of their journey. You may write detailed descriptions or short bullet points. So, what you need. To play Project ECCO, you'll need the rule set, something to write with, a year planner, a coin to flip for heads or tails, a 6-sided die called a D6. A weekly planner is recommended, but you may opt for a day, week, or month format. Okay. As you play Project ECCO, you may encounter the need for an additional D6, a deck of playing cards with the jokers removed, a deck of tarot cards, an additional coin, a way to destroy the pages of your journal, suggested options, a thick black marker, a pair of scissors. A note on planner choice. You may use a fresh planner or a lightly used planner to play Project ECCO. If you opt for a used planner, let these plans and reminders feed into your gameplay, have your agent react to them. You could also choose to use a planner, a desk wall calendar, or something else that gives you a clear layout of an entire year with space to write associated with specific dates. This may change the game in unexpected ways, and it is not recommended for a first playthrough. Oh, okay. I like that. That's fun. I'm so curious about this. Safety. So we've got a safety section, your goals versus your character goals. Here's a quick tip to get the most out of the experience with Project ECCO. It's best not to think about winning in a solo game. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, it's really cool. Sorry, I keep orienting it to myself instead of having it for the camera. How to travel through time. In this game, your agent finds different methods of travel called devices. Each device works differently and comes with its own set of prompts. There are 7 devices available for your agent to use over the course of play. You begin your journey with the watch already in your inventory. The rest is waiting for you to discover along your travels. You may choose to travel with any of the devices in your inventory at any time. To time travel, begin by choosing a device you currently have in your inventory, turn it to that device's page, and follow the instructions at the top of the page. Determine the new date you are traveling to and corresponding prompt, and then write your response in your date planner. Each device has a special group of prompts. Prompts may signify the length of your visit, but you may also decide it makes sense for your agent to stay for more than one day. In those instances, feel free to carry your writings across multiple dates. That's interesting that the device decides what kind of prompt you're looking at. I'm really curious to see how that works. Special events. At times, a prompt will trigger a special event that requires you to flip to another page of this book for a prompt. These include device discovery, timeline divergence, agency headquarters, and entity encounters. So then we have device discovery, significance, end game. If folks want to pick up Project ECCO, it's currently in the solo but not alone bundle with, oh yes. I don't think you can post links, but if you put it in the Discord, Josh can post the link. I just have it so only moderators can post links. I'm sorry about that, Erin, but thank you. That is a good point. It's in the solo but not alone bundle, which is a charity drive. So totally recommend picking that up. I think it's $10, and Kaya has a game in there as well. A couple, just one maybe. You Beyond the Pale, I believe, is in there from Kaya. I picked it up because, I mean, it was a no-brainer. One, all the money's going to a great cause, and if you're interested in solo games even a little bit, they're like your value. There's so much value there. In game, and then if you like the game, if you pick up that bundle and you find a few games you like, you should go actually give money to the creators. That's my 2 cents. I understand hardship though. So there are 2 possible ways to end a game of Project ECCO. After you encounter the entity 6 times, after you return to agency headquarters 6 times. You will track your progress through these on the clock on your character sheet as shown on the inside back cover. Oh, so these are clocks. These are our clocks. Oh, I love that. I love that. So you fill this in as you encounter the entity or the agency. You'll mark that in. So that makes sense. Makes sense to me. Repeat visits. You may find yourself on the same day you've previously traveled to. Things can get complicated when encountering yourself along the timeline. You may incorporate your previous writings into a repeat. Yes, you need more solo games. You may encounter your previous writings into a repeat visit. However, each date has a maximum of 2 prompts. You can respond to it. You can respond to in it. Oh, okay. However, each date has a maximum of 2 prompts you can respond to in it. If you find yourself landing on a date for the 3rd time, or if a date has no more room for new writings, you are expelled from time and must roll on the timeline divergence table on page 60. Oof. That's cool. One thing I really enjoy about Eldritch Horror, which is one of my favorite tabletop games, is there is a card you can draw that it basically expels you from reality. And you float in the nothingness of the time, space, and the universe. And I just think that's a really cool thing. And I love the idea that that might be in this. Over the course of the game, some dates within your planner will be consumed or otherwise destroyed. You may choose to signify this in a way you see fit. Yeah. I think we understand that. Character creation. Yes. We love to just void out for a moment. Always love to just void out. Before we get started, it's time to create your agent. When you begin, you know the following upon arriving from your first jump. 1, you are agent, real world current date, or a date of your choice written as day or day month. So let's say I'm agent. Oh, that's our number. So I would be agent probably 0119 because that's today's date. 2, you work for the agency. You have for some time. You are highly trained and have prepared for this sort of mission. You have no memory of a life before the agency. 3, there's a coin in your pocket. It feels familiar when you run your fingers over it. This is your coin, your last defense against the instability of time travel. Don't lose it. There is a package waiting for you. You arrive knowing its exact location. It is conspicuously placed but hidden to all but those trained by the agency. Oh, I am a deadhead, aren't I? Well, it's fine. I'm Cassie of the future. Your goal, track the entity, documents its effects on time and space, and, should you figure out how, save time itself. Yeah, I'm literate, I promise. Make note of your agent number on your character sheet as shown in the back inside cover. So that's where I would write, we're committed, 0119. You all can be 0118. I'm 0119. That's true, Yug. That's true. Who's to say I'm not hiding in your house? Don't forget your coin. Every agent has a coin. The humble coin serves as a final defense against timeline divergence, referred to commonly among agents as the time storm or simply time hell. Place your coin on your coin space on your character sheet. Whenever presented with the option labeled H heads or T tails, flip your coin and respond to the corresponding prompt. Some events in this game may make you lose your coin. When this happens, set your coin aside, revealing the lost coin symbol on your character sheet. If you have lost your coin and you are presented with a coin prompt, you face timeline divergence. Wherever you face timeline divergence, flip to page 60 and roll on the table, unless a more specific direction is provided, as in the in-game section. One thing I'm really liking about this is it's bolding important things. So that's something I really value in a rules section is I will read stuff, but I will forget where I read it. So it's really nice when it's like, wait, I remember reading about the watch. I can go back, flip through, and I see, oh, there it is. It was mentioned here, and it's bolded, so it's very easy to find. I really like that. That's a great touch. Yeah, and then we have some more about timeline divergence here. That's just always helpful to me. Let's begin. I don't have a planner. I do, but I have the planner I'm using right now. I don't have a throwaway one I can pull out. So no planner for now. Use your imagination. Let's begin. Open your planner to the current real world day. If using a planner other than the current year, start with January 5th. On this day, answer the first prompt. Where are you? What are the sounds, smells, sights, and sensations you notice first? Where do you find your package from the agency? Consider in the year you are traveling within, are you in a city, a village? Is this version of the world similar to or to our own or different in some way? It is very easy to go overboard. I think if you're going overboard, then that means you need to probably reorganize your rules. I think my only feedback so far on the layout is the text is a little too close to the spine for me. I'm having to open it a little too far just so I can see those letters. The package contains the following: a letter from Director 0214, so February 14th, the standard issue agency time machine, the watch, a field planner, and enough time appropriate currency to get around. Once you've answered the first prompt in your planner, turn to the watch device on page 22 and begin your journey. If playing across multiple sessions, you may return to this prompt to restart your travels when you sit down, answering it on the current real world day in the year of your planner. I'm so excited to see BundleBot. Hell yeah. I'm an influencer, mom and dad. I made a sale. Okay, so that starts on page 22. So we haven't discovered a device yet. So I don't even think we need to look at this section. You have made many sales. I think you're right. I think there's something to that, actually. The watch is standard issue agency time machine. It looks like a wristwatch with a spinnable outer rim, but it has no discernible way to tell time. Limited travel. So this is the watch. That's really, really interesting art. Limited time travel capabilities, but good for a basic jump. To time travel with the watch, roll a d6 and use the result to modify the current month or day, add or subtract, and travel to the resulting new date. Okay. I'm going to say it's the 19th, so we'll add or subtract from that. We got a 1. I guess we'll minus. Well, oh, consult the font. Oh my God. I'm so dumb sometimes. Oh, you see, everybody? You can write your rules so clearly, and then there will still be me being like, what am I supposed to do? Yes. Okay. So thank you, Gaia. So I would look at 1. Consult the following prompts based on the result of the roll. So 1, there are people disturbed by your arrival. Their whispers and glances make the hairs on your neck stand up. You reach for your coin. I will roll odds, heads, even, tails. We got a 3, so odds, heads. How do you convince them that you can be trusted? Ah. So then I guess we roll again until we hope to get a 4, which it looks like has device discovery. That's so interesting. Anyway, so that would be the first day when we would answer those questions. And then as you play, you discover devices and you unlock more prompts. Wow. This one, the briefcase has a lot of prompts. Then you have the season shuffler. Oh, this is cool. I really like this, how you unlock devices and each of the devices has a prompt. Then we have the temporal spread. This uses tarot cards. This is the one Sam wrote. Yeah, it has upright and reverse things. Oh, you have a second coin you can unlock. It looks like a bell. And then there's special events. Yeah. And then we have what the designer stated at the end. You can tweet them or email them your stories. It's inspired by The Portal at Hill House by Travis D. Hill and Lindy M. Ferris Hill. I really need to play that game. So many people talk about it. Tether by Adam Buffoni, who I also need to play that game. 1,000-Year-Old Vampire by Tim Hutchings and Amnesis by Samantha Lee. The Wretched by Chris Bissett. The Ferryman by Armanda Haller. If Project ECCO inspires you, you're welcome and encouraged to build off the mechanics and world in these pages. I'd love to hear about what you create. Yeah, very cool. Very cool concept. Tons here. Tons here. Clear rules. I'm just silly and dumb. Hey, Alec, how are you? Project ECCO. Very cool. Very cool. Check it out.